So now I need to set it up to where you guys can actually see what I'm doing. This might not be, you don't need to see my face. There we go. That's better. Perfect. All right. So today I am just cutting and interfacing a bunch of different bags. And I'll let you guys kind of know what I'm working on, maybe time-saving tips if possible. Hey Michelle, hey Marie, hey Mary Cruz, lots of M's. Not mad at that. Okay, I think I'm gonna set it up a little different. Hey Brenda. Hi Melissa. Hi Karen. Okay. I'm resetting up my tripod. I'm so sorry. Tripod. What did I say? Does it get tall enough? Hopefully. Oh no, it's just a little short. I have to have it plugged in. So, okay. Hold on a second. You're gonna go way up high, getting a bird's eye view, and then I'll lower it down. You guys know how professional it gets up in here. Okay. Hey, look at that. Okay. How's this? Hi, Barbara. Yes, good afternoon. Hi, Karen. Yes, Donna, it has been forever. Okay. I'll watch you while you're making brownies. Okay. I'm just trying to get it so you guys can actually see. If only I had plugged in my phone earlier today. It's fine, right? It's fine. I wonder if I could, like, leave it at an angle if it would stay. Probably not. Okay, I'm so sorry. We're gonna move it again. Should I have figured this out before going live? Absolutely. I just thought it was fine and it wasn't. All right, we'll try it here. See how that looks. Super professional. Hello, everybody. Yes. Hi, everyone. I may have to restart this. Yes, a Teflon sheet does look like plastic. Teflon feet feel like plastic, yes. Okay. All right, there we go. That's a little better. Got it on the charger. You can see this, you can see this. Don't see the orders. Okay. Let me grab the vinyl. Okay. Oh, thank you, Linda. So I'm using this light blue marine vinyl from My Punk Broidery. My customer wanted a dusty blue vinyl, but the one I originally used sold out. So gonna use this. I'm cutting out an Emily tote. This is my own pattern. I just have to find it in my mess of things. I got it. So I keep all of my templates in these black storage bins. They're from IKEA, and they're actually shoe organizers. And a more organized person would label them. Oh yeah, it is Thankful Tuesday. So if you guys want to order from My Punk Broidery, I can never quite remember the code. I think it's either like thanks or thankful. But they have like 20 to 25% off on Tuesdays. Okay. So I'm just trimming down my panels really quick. Hello, Madeline. A few like housekeeping updates. The code is thanks and it's case sensitive. Perfect. Thank you, Sherry, for letting us know. So I have a merch pre-order happening right now through Bonfire. So if you guys were wanting the Not Today Bobbin or Let's Just Sew, or I'd love to, but I'm so busy t-shirts, those are for pre-order right now. I'll update this video with the links down below so that you guys can check those out if you were wanting it. Where's that zipper panel? Lining. Decaville main panel. And then Zipper by the Yard is on its way. It should be here soon, I hope. So I'll let you guys know. I'll post a video again when I update it. But I'm really excited for that to come. Because I know a lot of you guys missed out last time. Okay, so I've got my template piece lined up on the fold. And I'm just cutting out my main panel first. And I need 2 of these. Also hardware, I know a lot is kind of sold out right now. I restocked everything that I could just recently. And also, if your order is taking forever to get to you, I'm so sorry about that. Unfortunately, I can't control the post office, and I know that sucks. If I could hand deliver every single order, I absolutely would. But if there is an issue and your order isn't getting to you, I would contact USPS. Yeah, you can't control the substitute mailman either, and they can't control the people replacing them, even though they set it up so nicely. Yeah. Alright, so there's my 2 main panels. I'm going to lay these on my heat press so that I can press them before I add any interfacing to them. And I can get started on my vinyl pieces. So I should be able to get this full Emily out of this roll. Hey Tammy, I don't know if I've lost weight, maybe a little bit. All right, navy blue lining. Oh, it's gonna look so good. So I don't know if you guys saw a video I did with the Lauren tote where we added like an overlay to it, but she wanted that on this Emily bag, and I'm really excited. Hopefully there's enough space. So what I'm gonna do first to make sure that I do have enough is I'm just gonna kind of lay out my pattern pieces first and get everything traced before I cut. So this is my main pattern piece here. The accent along the bottom. So I'm gonna trace that first. I'm just using a regular old ballpoint pen. Oh, my other piece of housekeeping is the rainbow clips. They should be coming today, I think. Today's the 28th. So if you were waiting on those, they will be restocked. super excited. Okay, so I'm just tracing out that. Oh, yes. Okay, this is 14.5 by 2.5. So I'm just gonna grab a ruler. 2.5. By 14.5. So that ends there. And I need 2 of those total. So I can put zip, accent, accent. Oh, Renee, that's awesome. Yeah, it's super cute that way. 1, 2.5. So it looks like my zipper panel might be like 2 1/4. That's not the end of the world. I can make that little judgment call because I need the space. So accent zipper panels. I'm gonna go ahead and trace my straps now because these are gonna take up a lot of space. And luckily she didn't want a crossbody strap out of vinyl. She didn't want a crossbody strap at all, but she still wants the connectors. I'm just worried I won't have enough for the overlay, and that is like the main thing she wanted. So I should have ordered 2 rolls, but I didn't. That's my fault. She really likes the long straps, so I'll go ahead and trace that now. Might be able to make them smaller, but I don't think she'd be into that. Another thing I can do is if I don't have enough, I'll just go ahead and order from my Pumpbroidery tonight, and it'll get here by next week. I mean, people have waited a long time, but if they want their order right, it takes time, especially in these times. Yeah, there's no way. So this is how I trace out my handles. I'm using this 24 by 6 inch ruler. This is my favorite. I'm not sure if you can really see what I'm doing, but I'm marking 2 inches, which is the center where I'm gonna add my tape. And I'm just tracing around the 6 inches because that is my half mark for the other one. So then I just move my ruler up 2 inches. So hope that made a little bit of sense. So 18 by 5, it looks like I can get everything that I would need to make the bag without the accent. So I'll just go ahead and trace everything now. And then when that other order gets here. So I need 6 pieces that are 4 inches by 2 inches, and those are all my strap connectors. So there's 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. And 6. And then I like to put an X here so I know that I'm not cutting that. That's the extension of my strap. Okay, so I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. I do need this. I do need this. Okay, so 18 by 1.5. I don't think I can get the lining top piece. However, I could do that out of waterproof canvas and it would still look super cute. So I will wait for the other piece of vinyl to get here. 18 by 1.5. So let me save that my punk embroidery color. Guess I could rewatch the video. There it is. Okay. I'm just gonna tape that to my shirt, so I know I need to order that. Alright, so there's my 18 by 1.5. And I'll label that lining top 1. And then, oh yeah, there should be enough for this. Here's my bottom panel. Yeah. Perfect. Bottom. Okay. Yeah, make sure I order today. For sure. Then of course you could use a rotary cutter to cut this out if it's easier for you. I'm much better with scissors. I worked at Hancock for like 2 years. Maybe? Did I? This is going to be a modified Emily, but I'm not going to be able to cut out the whole thing today. Hopefully by Friday. Do we have an orange door hinge situation? Two of them. Wow. Do I find cutting and interfacing tedious? Not really. I actually really enjoy cutting and interfacing. And I think it's important, like, if you really hate cutting and interfacing, to try and change your mindset a little bit, because it is part of bag making and you have to get through that. No, I do not sell cutting mats. I got this one off of Amazon. CJ actually bought it for me for my birthday, like 3 years ago. Okay. So many orange door hinges, yeah. Thank you, Vita, for keeping an eye out for us. All right, so I'm gonna get a bin ready. I like to keep all of my strap connectors in that hardware bin so I don't misplace anything. This needs to be interfaced. I'm going to set it on my heat press as a reminder. And then I actually have double-sided tape at the cutting table so that I can tape these straps, but yeah, I'll do it later. Okay, so this is scrap. I'm just going to throw it in the scrap bin. Lining top. So yeah, I would have had enough if I'd ordered fabric for the zipper panel to do a regular Emily out of 1 roll of vinyl. So I have a few other Emilys I'm going to cut and interface as well. And I bought rolls of vinyl and there will be plenty. Okay. So I don't need to interface my accent bottom panels. However, if you are using a really slouchy vinyl, or if you are using regular fabric for the bottom panel, which you totally can, I would recommend interfacing it the same as you would the top so that the bag stands up nicely. Okay. And then my zipper panel. And need to cut out of lining as well. So what I like to do for pieces that I need to cut out of my lining is I leave them out, because I'll just lay these on top of my waterproof canvas to trace. Lazy? Maybe a little bit. Genius? Debatable. Yeah, Karen, that's a good way of thinking about it, honestly. Okay, so needs lining, top, and accent pieces. I like to keep expo markers handy to write on bins so I know what's going on. So this is a work in progress, Emily. All right. So then my heat press is nice and warmed up. So what I can do is go ahead and start to interface that exterior fabric. And then I'll get my lining done. So I'm going to grab Decaville Heavy to do the bottom stabilizer. And even though I've made this bag 40 billion times, okay, 5 by 11 stabilizer. And because I know I'm making 2 more Emily's, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the stabilizer for that right now. And this is Decaville Heavy. I purchased this, I think, from Walmart.com back when the Decaville Light shortage was happening. It stated it was Decaville Light, but it was heavy. So I just have tons of it. And then I'm gonna use Woven Fuse 2 for the main panel and Decaville Light, because that'll feel so nice. So I'm gonna press my exterior fabric really quick. Just to remove any wrinkles. Okay, checking comments, sorry. Okay, so then I'm gonna lay my vinyl face down on the heat press. I'm gonna warm up my Decaville Heavy so that it gets kind of tacky. And then I can lay that on my bottom panel centered. And with that tackiness, it'll stick in place. And then press it for a couple seconds. Like 10 at most. So that's nicely fused. Go ahead and add it to my pile. She wanted 2 inner zip and a sectioned slip pocket. I can do that. Aw. So Athena, you emailed me about a custom order, and right now I am up to my eyeballs in custom orders. So once I get my custom orders down, I will email you back. So I'm super sorry about that. I know it's quick to start, but once people kind of decide what they want, I'm like, you gotta give me some time. Up to my eyeballs. Like, when custom orders get too high up there, I get really stressed. And with anxiety and stress, it makes me feel like I can't do anything. And I just tend to shut down. Like last night, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, I know I need to respond to these emails, but I have to get these done first, and it's just stressing me out. Oh. So I do apologize. But I pinky promise I will get to it. I have somebody waiting from January still, actually, to hear back. And I look at them every day, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best. Okay, so got my woven fuse 2 cut out to the same size, and I'm just laying it on my heat press, and I'm gonna let that go for a couple seconds. Oh, perfect. Okay, so the difference between woven fuse and woven fuse 2. I don't know if you can see like how shiny this is, but I like to call this anti-wrinkle pants for fabric. Sorry. It does take longer to fuse, and you want to let it rest. Oh no, I pinky promise it's not just you, it's everything. Everything stresses me out. But it's thicker than woven fuse, denser. I don't know, it's hard to say. It's just anti-wrinkle pants for fabric. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like woven fuse with 1/8 of a layer of Decaville. And it just feels, oh, it feels so nice. Pamela asked, do I clean my Teflon sheet? And if I do, what do I use to get the sticky residue off? So you can actually just use your finger or like a quarter to scrape off the gunk. That's honestly all I've ever done. But I think you could probably use like soap and water if you wanted to, honestly. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut my Decaville light. And I actually have this piece of chipboard, I guess, that I use as a template because it's cut 1/2 inch from all the sides so that it's not within my seam allowances and I'm not wasting Decaville light. Because if you use it, you know how expensive it is. So I like to find a nice straight edge. And then I'm just going to take a ballpoint pen around the outside, around the outside. If I was better with a rotary cutter, I could absolutely use a rotary cutter, but I'm awful with a rotary cutter, as you guys have seen. And no one is shy to let me know. All right, I'm going to do this. So I hope everyone is holding up okay. It's been such a long time since all this started. In the world. I think you need a secretary. I do. Well, not a secretary, but I actually have 2 ladies who work with me now. I'm so thankful. They work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Oh, good. good. Glad you could join us. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and press the Decaville. Oh, Charlie, that's exciting. Yeah, my mother-in-law actually just bought a house too. I was like, oh, that's so good. I mean, honestly, what better time to move? You don't have to like get off work, right? And Decaville doesn't need too long to fuse, but you definitely want to let it dry, not dry, but cool down while laying flat. Pretty precise when centering. I have an art background, so I'm actually fairly good at seeing the center of things. At least I think so. Maybe I'm not. Okay, so there's my exterior interfaced. My vinyl is interfaced, and now I need to cut out my lining. And then I'll move on to the next bag. And honestly, if you're worried about your heat press getting too warm or preserving energy, you could move on and just cut out linings later, especially since I can't actually make this bag, but I want to know it's done. So I use waterproof canvas to line pretty much all my bags at this point because it doesn't require any interfacing. So here we go. Like that. Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Madeline. When basting the flap, yeah, when you use a basting stitch, you want it to be a little bit longer stitch length. I know I need to make new videos for like all of my sewing patterns. I'm a slacker. Okay, so I'm laying this on a folded edge. I'm just gonna use my rotary cutter. I don't know how to rotary cut corners, like not good at it, never have been. I know you shouldn't do this underhand thing, but that's how I feel most in control. So don't judge me and I won't judge you. And then I'm using a silver Sharpie to mark on the back where I need to cut the corner out. And now I actually have an even bigger piece for my lining. And what I like to do is lay it right sides together. Use clips. Oh, Sherry, that's so exciting. Sherry got an 1181N. I'm always so scared. I hope people like them when they buy them. And then what I'm doing is just tracing, cutting around this lining piece. And what's nice about the waterproof canvas is your scissors can just glide along it. So, boom, main lining pieces done. Oh yeah. Waiting for things to arrive is the worst. Okay, so she wants a total of 2 zippered pockets. So I actually have, this is the pocket panel piece from the Swoon Bonnie. It's the only template I have for a pocket piece. So I just keep it taped or clipped up on my cutting board and grab it to use for my zipper pocket panels. So I just cut through 2 layers of waterproof canvas at once, and I'll just clip that together. 1 pocket, done. On to the next fold. Here's my next one. And the rotary cutter I'm using is from Olfa. It's just the Olfa Splash. They were like 10 bucks on clearance at Joann's. And I haven't changed the blades in a while, but yeah. The waterproof canvas. It's from fwdfabrics.com. Did I make the template bigger? No? No. Charlie, I do not have an Olfa affiliate code. I wish I did. You'd think I could, huh? But I do not. All right. So the last piece I need to cut for the lining is my giant slip pocket. And that is actually just the main panel cut once from waterproof canvas, twice if you're using regular fabric, and it becomes the slip pocket. So that's it. She's done. Minus what I don't have, but I will order because I got my sticker. Knowing me, I'll forget. No, I won't. You'll remind me. Okay, next bag. Okay, honestly, I should just get the Emily's out. Okay. So then I just store them in my cart until I'm ready for it. Or I throw it on the ground. Oh, of course I do. Okay. There we go. Oh, yes, it broke, but I just taped it. Yeah. When the template's free, you can't complain. Lots of fruit, yeah. Rebecca, it is my own pattern, so if you go to moremino.com, you will find it, hopefully. Oh, yay! That's Davina. Mighty Messenger. Mighty Messenger. Here's my Emily. And then another Emily and a Brooklyn. Alright. So I'll just try and get through all my Emily bags because I've already got it out. Grr. There we go. I was like, give me that bag. Okay. Hopefully I have the crossbody strap for this or I'm gonna be pissed. Haha, okay, great. Yeah, Marie, it must be. Oh no, I don't need a new one, I promise. It came broken so many years ago. And it works just fine. Please, no, you guys have so much going on. Like no, don't even. Alright, so as you can see, this is kind of how I design my fabrics. There was something here, but I don't know what happened. but whatever. I'm so excited for this bag. We're using bright red vinyl. And then I do have my zipper panel here, so I know I don't need to use any vinyl for that. Oh, I forgot to cut my zipper panel out of the waterproof canvas. I'll do it later. I won't forget this time. Okay. It's true. You do remember better if you say it out loud. I'm probably talking as much as I would if you guys were here or not. Okay. All right, so I'm still going to use Woven Fuse 2 for all of these pieces. I really love the way it feels in crossbody straps. Oh, it's so nice. But in a bag where you don't like need that extra structure, like you can skip it. You can use regular Woven Fuse. The fabric that I'm using is a canvas from my supplier in China. All right. I'm gonna hold this up to my face. Oh, Nita, that's exciting. She said she finally got some Woven Fuse too, and she is pumped. Yeah, I get you. I need to order more. No, I'm okay. Once I get rid of this bolt, I'll order another. Here we go. Yeah. And I mean, if you're happy with your current interfacing situation, you don't have to get Woven Fuse 2, but it just, as soon as you do. Oh wow, good morning, Tamara. Hi, Kate. Okay, so now I've got this really long strip that I can cut my crossbody strap along. So we'll see. It might be exactly the length I need. Oh, just off by a little bit. So I'm gonna pull it down. And then if you guys order hardware from me and you want to try some interfacing scraps, just let me know. I pretty much only include Barb's interfacing in the little package, but if you need to know what others feel like, just let me know. It just takes us a few minutes to dig through the scrap bin, but yeah. And again, what's nice about Woven Fuse 2 is you can just run your scissors across it. Oh. I hope he's not telling me I have to get off the internet. I'll be sad. You all can just hate him. CJ's been working from home, and today I was like, please, can I go live? Please. He's like, fine. But if the internet connection isn't great, I'm gonna come tell you. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, there we go. Make a bag for me, yes. Yeah, definitely. Just let us know. Tammy is the one who normally packs the orders, and she just says to me, like, hey, I need some interfacing scraps. I've been meaning to ask Barb if she could put together a few little kits I can give when people ask. I just haven't done it because I'm the procrastinator. Oh, that's satisfying. Oh, but maybe, oh, it's fine. What size is my cutting mat? It is 58 by 38, and the brand is US Art Supply. Like I said, CJ got it off of Amazon for my birthday. Okay. So go ahead and interface this. With Woven Fuse 2, you really can't like layer things to fuse like you could with SF101 because it takes longer to fuse, which is not a complaint, it's just a statement. So when I do crossbody straps, I just work a section at a time. Make sure you're smoothing everything out. And press. Hopefully you guys can see most everything okay. That's right, it takes time. I forgot. So while that's going, I can cut out the next piece. For the Woven Fuse 2, about 22 seconds. When that goes off, it's been 23 seconds. Okay. Make sure you smooth it out. Okay. So hopefully you can hear. Yeah, heat press. Oh, it's the best. It's the best. Oh. So let it cool flat. And then this is basically block fusing, where you leave all your pieces together on the interfacing and then cut it off afterwards. But that is why I have like a 16 by 20, so I can get those big pieces all at once. Yes, these are all Emily bags right now. So I'm using red glitter from My Punk Broidery. I need to ask them if they want me to like send these back. I have so many. I'm like, I mean, right? What do you guys think? What is extra? I ordered some waterproof canvas from FWD. Oh good, I'm so glad. Oh, your thread zapper came, Karen. That's exciting. Okay. So there's the main panel finished. Oh, I don't know what that was. Oh wait, these still need Decaville. There's my zipper panel. So So right now I can fold up my Woven Fuse 2. Kind of clean up your mess as you go. I just love glitter. Yeah, okay. Bottom piece. Bottom piece. There's that. I don't need that. Okie doke. I feel like this always happens. Where is my, there it is. Did I already mention rainbow pens are coming back? I don't know if I said that or not. I just ordered more Animal Crossing fabric from Retro Stitch. That's exciting. Oh, I have fossil zipper pulls coming. If you guys play Animal Crossing, the little fossils. I had somebody already comment like, I wish you would do leaves. But I thought I read another company was doing it, so that's why I didn't do the leaves. So I apologize for that. But those will be here probably in like 3 weeks. It's gonna take forever. Rainbow clips should be coming in this week, like tomorrow. No. Okay, it's fine. Need rubber floor all over. The best pens. Zipper by the Yard is shipped. However, due to delays, it's going to be a hot minute. I'm guessing it'll be here probably early May. So we'll restock mid-May. Okay, lining top. Does that actually say lining top? Absolutely not, but close enough. Regular strap size. So again, I'm tracing my whole 24 by 6 inch ruler, and then I'm moving it over 2 inches and tracing that on both sides. And then I move to 4 inches on either side to create the center. And now you've made your straps. What days do I ship? Basically, we ship every day, but mostly Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's when I have my helpers here. I don't usually pack hardware orders anymore just because I have so much other stuff I gotta do, and that's what I pay them for. So, yeah, that's my story. Okay, so 4 by, I think it's just the whole thing. 4 by 4, 16, I need 6. 4 by 6 is 24. Okay. So make sure to cross out where you don't want to cut. That's important. And now I need to trace out my strap connectors. And those are 2 by 4. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then my other lining top piece, 1.5 by 18. And then the last piece for vinyl that we need is the bottom. So trace that. So yeah, 1 Emily bag out of a roll. Good to know. This is not cut. This I do. And there's enough for a tassel. Yeah, after making bags for 6 years, you get a little faster at cutting and interfacing. And I used to do this on the floor in my living room. Ugh, killed my back. It's the worst. So you could save these little strips and sew them on as accents. I may do that for something like on the zipper, or like the zipper panel of a backpack or something. You could save these little strips. Yeah, it's the worst. Cutting and interfacing on the floor is the worst. Yeah. It took me a while to get here, trust me. I was just talking the other day to my friend about how hard I used to work. And if you guys have been in the Sew Whatever group for a long time, you'll know this. Like, I used to sew for 14 hours a day, no doubt. Like, sew or cut and interface 14 hours a day. It was a lot, if not more. And I just can't do it anymore. I have islanders who need me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so there's my accents. What's under here? Okay, I don't need you. I think she wanted red for the lining, or maybe black. Standard bright red lining, okay. It's for one of my favorite people. They do need you, though, we understand. Uh-oh, what is that? Huh, this little piece of foil. That's cool. Piece. I have a hard time when folding material in half. It doesn't stay put straight. Ellen, yes, I am playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. All the time. No, I do set work hours, especially lately. There's less to do in the game lately, so I spend more time actually working. Okay, but don't at me, I'm a time traveler. Not like serious time travel, but like I work during the day, so I time travel to an earlier time in the day. I gotta shake the trees and catch some bees. Yeah. Oh, I actually designed an Animal Crossing fabric. I don't know if I'll do, I don't know. Oh, that was way too long. I don't know if I'll actually sell it, but it's, it says like DIY Queen with like the little DIY card from Animal Crossing. It's cute. Yeah, we do have a group actually. It's called the Animal Crossing Craft Room, and it's just all people from So Whatever and stuff. So do I have a job? This. I know. Yeah, I just don't, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't like to, I don't do pre-orders. I think that's where I go wrong. So people, if they don't know it's coming, they'll miss out. And I feel bad, but I can't do pre-orders. That would stress me out even more. Like having open orders over 50 stresses me out. Right now I'm at like 32, which isn't terrible, but that's a lot of custom orders. So I think I'd have to have a different website to do fabric pre-orders. That, and I can't wait 8 to 12 weeks for anything. I do fabric pre-orders, but I can't stand waiting. I forget. Empty roll of Decadil. When did I order this? Maybe last September or something? No, didn't last me a year. What kind of cutting board is this? So I actually, with the help of my dad, made my cutting table. It is 2 IKEA Collax shelving units, so you can kind of see the green poking out. And then just really thick wood on top and bottom. And then it's on wheels so that we can move it. Okay, so it looks like my woven fuse 2 did not fuse all the way, so I'm gonna let it go under there again, because if you fuse something else on top, it's not gonna fuse underneath very easily. So, get her done. Get her fused. There we go. Much better. Let that cool off before I add the Decaville. Echo, what time is it?
The time is 1:50 p.m.
It's 1:50.
Hope you have a good Tuesday.
I don't know anyone who makes belts. Oh, Nita, that's a really good question. So Tammy is the lady who packs a lot of orders, but she also does a lot of cutting and interfacing for me. And she is also a hoarder, but she's like, they're not my materials. I don't know. So I kind of save it all until I get to the point where I have to purge. And then I get rid of things. Because you never know, like, when something will come up where you actually, like, need it. So it's kind of where I'm at with that. All right, I have one more Emily bag to cut and interface. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Decaville cut now. Decaville does not need that long to fuse, but we're going to let that cool. No wrinkles. Yes, still cutting out Emily's. I have 3, I believe. I just did 1. I gotta order final 4. I got my sticker. This isn't my I voted sticker, this is my I need to order sticker. The fabric voted and I need to order. I could actually get like the lining of that bag done and get the main panels sewn, but I probably won't. I don't know, we'll see. All right, so here's my other exterior for the Emily, and then I can save this for NCWs because I have an NCW I'm gonna cut after this. Okay, so we'll save that for something. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the lining fabric. I'm using a bright red waterproof canvas. She wants one zipper pocket and one slip pocket. Oh, do I have red in here? Yeah, cool. All right. Well, that's the end of that. I'll put the purple on here. Okay. When cutting out the printed patterns, yes, cut on the black line. All right. Oh yeah, I can't imagine sewing all the face masks. It'd kill me. I've had a lot of people ask me as a business if I'm going to be making them, and no, I will not. There's no like safety regulations for them, and that just terrifies me, so we don't touch it. I've made, oh, there we go. Smooth move. Hi, Joyce. Yeah, sewing just for family. Absolutely. Like, I know I'm losing out on that money. I know people have made so much, if they're not just donating like the good people are. Okay, that sounded wrong. No, there are people, you're all good. You should be charging for them. It's time. But I know a lot of people are donating them as well. Yeah, no, Vishara, don't add half an inch seam allowance. The good people, yeah, I did not mean it that way at all. Duckaville Light. Ooh, Sherry. So I like the feeling of the foam. Do you have fleece or anything? It sounded wrong to me because it's like you're all good people. Those who donate are incredible. Like, I can't imagine. Yeah, Tammy, that's awesome. You may want to just do fleece with the Duckaville Light just for that little bit of padding. However, if you think you don't want that extra padding, yeah, you don't have to. Oh, Kate, that's so nice. Yeah. Yeah, at least those who can afford to pay for a face mask, like, should, I think. It's fabric, it's time. Yeah. Yeah, the paid ones to fund the donated ones, absolutely. Yeah, how can I charge? Yeah. I would kind of feel the same way. Like, I don't want to profit off a pandemic. However, it is your time, and you should be getting paid. Like, you deserve to be paid. I hope I redeemed myself. from that stupid comment. Yeah, Vita, exactly. Yeah. I'm charging just enough to recover fabric costs. That's smart. Yeah, because like I said, you deserve to have the materials paid for. You deserve your time paid for, but it's just hard. It's hard. The whole conversation is hard, which is why we don't allow mask talk and so whatever. Although I let some of it slide and I shouldn't. I just hate deleting posts. Yeah. Donated a bunch and now charging. Yeah, there you go. Little bit of both. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. I feel you there. I feel like a lot of the posts I saw were almost guilting people that can sew into making them, and I was just like, don't tell me what to do. I'm very much like that though. So that's my own mental. I need a pink Starbucks cup. Yes, everyone needs a pink Starbucks cup. Thank you, goodness, Stephanie. Oh, sure, I love that idea. Yeah, I hate being made to feel bad about it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, no filter here. Not in this face mask. I don't know. Sorry. Real talk. Oh, you're still connected. There we go. Don't forget the zipper panel. Boss was hinting for some. In my Starbucks cup is just water. BT dubs. Yeah, when I've been going to the chiropractor, the chiropractor was asking if I was going to be making some to sell, and I was like, just as a business, I don't feel comfortable selling something that is supposed to protect someone, but I don't know with 100% certainty that it is. I don't do research. I could, but again, I just don't feel comfortable. But good on ya if you are. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm gonna get sued by Martha Stewart now. Great. All right, zipper panel. So, because I'm extra lazy, thanks, Martha. So what I like to do with the zipper panel is lay it on the fabric, cut around, and I'm going to clip it together and rotary cut it in half. Okay, so that's that. Boom. Zipper panel done. Okay, zipper panel, top lining, pocket, zipper, exterior, front, bottom, straps. We're good, just need hardware. this is ready to sew. Luckily I do have more red. I hate sitting while watching. I've been binging this girl named Bailey Sarian. She talks about true crime stories while putting on makeup, and I just sit there and watch it all day. Like, that's all I've been watching. It's all I care to watch. It's all I want to watch. I'm not upset about it or anything. It's just too fun. I'm like, I should really put on makeup, but I don't. Well, I did today. Sounds like something I'd like, yeah, Kira. Alright, so this is leather-backed vinyl from FM Stores. And I believe I heard from a little Cindy Bird that they are reopening May 4th or something. So fingers crossed that that happens for them. But they do phone orders. And I think you can order through like their Facebook page too. So last Emily I'm doing is a simple, nope, that's not it. This is a simple, yeah, crossbody only. So I just need bottom, and then 2 connectors. But I still need, yeah, top and lining. So it probably seems silly that I like put everything away as I'm going, but it helps me like process each one. Like, okay, I'm putting it away as I'm finishing it, that kind of thing. So it works for me, you know. Make sure. And then this might help, I know that question earlier, like do you cut on the black line, do you cut outside? What I like to do is line up, so, okay, back up. The pen line, the pen is adding the smallest amount, but it's still adding to your pattern piece. So if you're using a template, you want to make sure that you're lining your template over that pen line. You don't want to see the pen next to it. You want your template to be right on top of that pen line to make it as close as possible to the size you need it. Like, you don't want to add that little bit. It's kind of like woodworking. I know my dad used to tell me, like, you have to take into consideration the marking tool you're using, etc. So just something to keep in mind. If your things aren't exact, that could be why. Okay. I don't need a strap for this. This fabric is from FM Stores and More in Springfield, Missouri. And they do have a Facebook page. And both times was in the house, Carrie. That's so funny. I have that blood sugar palette. That's the only one I've ever like kept and liked. But it's in the back of my palette organizer right now, and I'm just like, I don't reach for it. I should really sell it. I just haven't. Alright, so I'm cutting out the bottom contrasting piece. I think I'm going to watch Pocahontas today. I have Paint with All the Colors of the Wind stuck in my head. I watched Hercules yesterday. That was fun. Yeah, it is. That's true. That like faux leather. It's a pretty palette. I probably won't get rid of it. Hercules. Yeah, it was great. Like, I hadn't watched Hercules at all in my adult life, so it was time. Okay. Recessed zipper panel. I believe is on the fabric, but I still need to check. And the lining top piece I will cut out. So 18 by 3. Moana, oh, so good. CJ and I went on a cruise for our honeymoon, and I hated almost every second of it, except when they played Moana on the deck. Okay. So I'll go ahead and fuse my last Decaville Heavy. Oh, Kira. That's so sad. I'm really bummed about the Dallas workshop because it's possible we'll have to postpone even from the June date, and we'll be sending out emails, etc. for people who either want a refund or they want their ticket rolled over. We'll be sending out emails for that. No, this is leather-backed vinyl. And it's kind of, it looks like a cork board on the back, but it's not quite as stiff. This is my favorite vinyl to work with. Just has such a nice weight to it and the feeling. Okay. So I think that's all I needed cut out of the vinyl. I haven't made an Emily. Well, Kira, take a break from the masks. Get off of Animal Crossing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh God. Using this nice beige color for the lining. Oh, it was supposed to be gray leather backed. Shoot. That's fine. I answer to Mira, Tira, and Karen. Karen. you ask, I found out not as many people want masks if you ask them to buy the fabric. Oh, so I have to do something for it? No. A group of Karens is called privilege. I like that. Okay, so this was the last time I need the lining. I'm gonna need the slip pocket and a zippered pocket. And what I like to put on the templates are these little rubber stoppers from Arteza. Yeah. Oh, did they fall out? Oh, they're just sitting here. But they're non-slip adhesive rings that are really, really cool. I did tape my broken template. It has tape on it. I kind of like that it can fold up. Yeah, there's tape on it, but I didn't tape both sides so that I could fold it if needed, but it works fine. I think so. But adding those non-slip pieces really help, you know, keep it from slipping. Who would have thunk? The rotary cutter is my arch nemesis. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we're probably not that great of friends, but we make it work. Again, don't judge me and I won't judge you. Okay. I have one more order I'm going to cut out after this, so just to give you guys a little heads up. We've got maybe 30 minutes left together. Oh, maybe a little more than that. I'm not that fast. Probably 45. That's popsicle break. Don't forget your zipper panel lining. Do I like iced mochas? Sure. Actually, I have recently become obsessed with the Breadco frozen caramel cold brew or whatever it's called. Those are delicious. Not a huge frappe fan, but those, delicious. Okay. Slip pocket. So that's it for Emily. You can go away. Lining for the zipper panel. Don't forget it. You'll regret it. Oh, Mother knows best. Okay, did I miss comment? Bye, Emily. Bye. Although technically I'm not done because I didn't cut out the exterior fabric. And I gotta do that. So, here we go. Cool, I have the zipper panel here. Okay, so normally what I do is like keep these crossbody straps all together. No, I will not teach you how I do this in Photoshop. Just FYI, don't ask. Ugh, Buller bags are so dreamy. I want to make more Maisies, but I can't. But yeah, I would keep the fabric together in chunks to interface. It saves a lot of time. However, I don't need this Deathly Hallows and I don't need this Sleeping Bulbasaur fabric bags right now. I'm not making pre-made inventory at the moment, so it'll have to wait. I mean, you guys can learn how to do it, no problem, but I'm not teaching you. Especially for free, when it took me years to figure out. Okay. I feel like I give a lot of information. So, just leave that one thing to me. Oh. Okay then. But this is just a way for me to save fabric and like keep the print the same time. Keep the print the same way. Yeah, make a class and sell it. I know. I'm just not good at that. Okay. So there is my exterior fabric. I'm just gonna fold this up and let Tammy deal with it some other day. Did I make my shirt? No. I did not. My tank top is from Hot Topic, and my little cardigan is from Agnes and Dora. Whew. Okay. So I'm gonna interface this with, ding ding ding, you guessed it, Woven Fuse 2. And I do need these separate. I already have my Decaville cut, and then I need to grab my waterproof canvas to cut the zipper panel. I do have a lot going on. It does get hard. Very overwhelming some days. But that's why I have a good team and I have great people like you guys. And it's really hard, but my anxiety sometimes will be like, okay, I'm too overwhelmed and I'm gonna do none of it. So that's always hard. I'll need like a refresher, so I'll work on something just for me to like get me excited again, if that makes sense. I'm sure you guys know. A lot of you guys probably feel the same way. So I have my Teflon sheet on here with magnets. So I was just kind of tightening it. 100%, yeah. Yeah, so most of the bags that I sell are my own fabric designs. A lot of my older videos are me using recycled leggings, and I just don't do that as much because it's not fun. I didn't design the fabric. You know, and I don't like to work on things if I'm not feeling up to it. You know, I don't want to create a subpar item. And I think that's another reason, Athena, if you're still watching, another reason why sometimes I can't respond to emails, because the pressure is so high and I want to do a good job. But I just have to take a minute. It takes me a minute. I always joke it's a way to keep people who don't really want to pay for it. Like, kind of suss them out. So that which shall not be named. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that fused well. This one didn't fuse all the way. I think it's just my press isn't tight enough. But I'm gonna fuse it some more. Okay, roll this out so I can cut the strap. That's the reason I would do anything in the world other than sewing to make money. Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, Charlie, I feel like we've talked about that kind of thing before too, is like, if you don't love it, it's so hard to get into making it. It's just like, oh. So sometimes when I have like really difficult customers, I'm like, I don't even want to make this bag. You were so difficult. Doesn't always happen, and I know I shouldn't say that, but some people are just very difficult. For Shara, no, I probably won't. Yes, Charlie, for sure. It's like, I got to pick it, I got to make it. I'm doing what I want. But my plan once I get through these custom orders is to open up like custom order slots once a month or something. I don't know. I just would rather make one-of-a-kind bags that inspired me. But at the same time, that's a very scary thought, especially if you're a newer business. It's like, well, I don't necessarily know what people want, so how can I make and know that I'm going to get money? And it's like, well, you don't. That's unfortunate. It is what it is. But yeah, I probably won't go live to sew these just because I want to watch TV. It's hard to sew in silence. Okay. Is that everything that I need to have that right now? Such a good job folding, Lauren. No, dude, don't leave it like that. It is near impossible to sew in silence. Yeah, it's definitely not fun. Yes, this is woven fused too. I feel the same way. I won't make masks to sell. Only for my immediate family. Sewing is a relaxing hobby. Once I have to sew for money, it becomes a chore. Yeah, I have enough of those. Yes, this is woven fused too. All right, much better. And how long did that take? Just clean up when you're done. Okay. Gonna fuse the strap and the deckerville all together. Okay. All right. Okay. Where did it go, George? Oh, there it is. Okay, catching up on comments. Have a good day, Nita. Thanks for hanging with us. All right, so I think that's it for this bag, except for the hardware. Exterior fabric. Scrap. Hello, going great. Almost done. After this, I'm cutting out an itty bitty crossbody and an NCW. And that's the last order I'm gonna cut today, because I would like to sew up an Annette. And then the rest of these are for tomorrow. All right. Oh, I didn't put everything away. All right, where is my NCW? NCW, where are you? Hello? A smarter person would label these bins, but can't be bothered. Okay. Thank you, Kira. Yes, NCW, necessary clutch wallet. Emmeline. Yes. Lining color, black, okay. 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 How many times can I say okay? Probably a lot. So the itty bitty crossbody bag that I'm making doesn't require any interfacing. So that's great. Don't have to deal with that. All right, but I also didn't add my lines. So love that for me. I'll grab my template pieces. But first I'll cut out the NCW because it does need interfacing. I may as well save time. Plus my heat press has been on for a while, so. Alright. Got that pressed nicely. Alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and rough cut these. I don't know if they're too big. Oh, bye, Vishara. Yes, go pay rent. Alright, so they are too big. That is okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my interfacing to the size of the flap, and then I'll cut down the rest. So I like to interface this with just woven fuse and Decaville. So yeah, I'll just rough fuse, block fuse, whatever you want to call it. Because I find that woven fuse is harder to cut precisely. Like, because of the coarseness of it, like I have trouble cutting it as nicely as Decaville. I don't know how else to describe it. But can block fuse like a champ. So woven fuse on the front and the back. And woven fuse on one of these exterior pieces. Because the lining is already canvas, it's already thick enough. Okay. So then I will fuse Decaville cut to the exact size I need it. Okay. Again, just gonna rough cut this out. It's a little bit bigger than I need it to be anyway. And then as I'm cutting it out from the interfacing, I can cut off even more of the excess white fabric I have around it. This goes in the scrap bin. This goes in the trash bin. And this gets fused. This is my exterior. And then this is going to be my lining. And I'll cut it to the same size as my template in a minute. And then all the other pieces are going to get 809. Except for my zipper pocket lining, which gets nothing. So this piece is gonna get 809. And I really like using 809 in the NCWs because it adds firmness without adding bulk. Like it, if you're using cotton for your card slots, it's going to remove any kind of stretch from the fabric over time and really stabilize it nicely without adding bulk, essentially. It can wrinkle, but in the card slots, you're not going to notice that, so I don't find it to be an issue. Alright, so these are my pocket lining, and that doesn't require any interfacing. And I'm just kind of rough cutting those out because they're going to get trimmed down anyway, so I'm not worried if there's white pieces on it or anything, or if they're exact, because they're going to be fine. Some interfacing gunk. So I'm going to try and fuse it face down and warm up that interfacing so I can kind of scrape it off, hopefully. It's not too bad. So that needs to be trimmed down. This is going to get 809. And this is my wristlet strap here. And this is 3 by 18, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and press this. Ready to go. This needs to be cut. I think I'm done with woven fuse. So I'm gonna put this away. Do I think it's important to have a walking foot? I would say that's going to be a pretty personal question. It depends on what materials you use. For me, it's 100% necessary because I'm working with a lot of vinyl and leather. And when you're working with those, if you don't have a walking foot, it's not going to sew as easily. So for me, it's 100% necessary. For you, I don't know. I'd say if you have no issues with what you have now, then it's not necessary. Okay. So tracing out 2 flat pieces from my Decaville Light. Got those non-slip pieces. I can never cut curves well with a rotary cutter, so I just don't. Okay, save that, scrap that. that is finished. Go ahead and trim that extra interface hanging out. Goodness gracious. That's a wobbly shelf. Okay. The NCW, yes, you can sew it on a domestic machine. Who's at my door? Oh, DHL. Hold, please. Okay, sorry. They are not the rainbow clips. From my sister? I don't know, there's no note. Sorry. Cute. Anything fun? I don't know. This might be samples of something. I'm gonna wash my hands after opening it. I'm gonna grab my rotary cutter. Not rotary cutter, box cutter. Clips are coming from UPS and it was DHL. So, I don't know. Oh, we got a orange door hinge. This might be zipper samples. Yeah. My main hardware supplier keeps trying to get me to order zippers from them, and I'm just like, okay, but no, they're not that great. They're fun though. Wow, so nicely wrapped. Look at that. That's fun. I like rainbow teeth better. Yeah, this tape is just so flimsy. It feels gross. I don't like it. Yeah, no, too thin. What is this? Wow. Oh, it's like invisible zipper. That's fun. You'd need really fancy zipper pull for that, so no thanks. Yeah, the tape just feels gross. And we got some clear, we got the metallic. That feels fun. Anyway. So no, probably won't carry any of this because I don't like their zippers, but that was fun. Okay, I gotta go wash my hands now. Got some soapy water. Okay, now we're safe. Right? That's what we're supposed to do. Okay. Oh, thank you, Julia. A rotten orange door hinge. Yeah. Alright, trimming around my nicely cut Decaville, and then I know these pieces are perfect. Yeah, definitely anytime I get the mail, wash my hands. Turn the page, wash your hands. Rocco's Modern Life, anyone? Yeah, when we clean everything very well before packing orders and stuff like that, so we're here to keep you guys safe too. Oh, hello, honey. Beautiful. So, I don't know if I want that to be the front or if I want that to be the front. I think this is going to be the front. I like it better. Alright, so this is the front flap, which means this one is going to get marked the 4.5. There's my pen. 4.25 is the center. So I always like to just kind of sketch out my center, 1 inch from the bottom, and then I will use up some scraps of Decaville Light just to reinforce where that snap is going to go. Doesn't need that much time. And then I'll clip those together. This needs 809, this needs 809. These need to be trimmed down. So I should be able to trim around this curve pretty easily. Oh my god, this angle. So awkward. Boom. Yes, these are gaming dice. Alright, so now, since this is my lining, I'm going to be trimming it, not trimming it, cutting it open in the center, just a little bit. Rebecca, you should be able to sew this on a domestic, yes. Anytime I've tried, it's been a failure, but you might have more luck. I don't know. Okay. Ugh, it slipped. Dagname it. Guys, I'm not great with a rotary cutter. Can we just admit it? I'm gonna trace around with a Sharpie. Great. Cut it out. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so again, this piece gets folded in half, and I like to just snip the top center, the bottom center, and this is when you'd want to decide like where you want things to be. So I think I'm going to have this be the front of it for me. So I'm going to take my ruler, and if your fabric is dark enough that you won't see a pen through it, just a really light center line. And then I believe 2 inches from the bottom is where your snap goes. It might be 2.5 on the pattern, but that's not enough room to like add stuff. Yeah, you might really like these Arteza non-slip adhesive rings. These are on Amazon. Okay, so then I'm using Decaville Light to stabilize where I am adding my snap closure. And I've got it marked out. I can still see through. So then this gets all put together. All right. And now I just need to cut and interface the lining pieces, etc. I'm gonna sneeze. No, I can hold it. All right, so I've got my 809, and it's not cut as nicely as I usually like it to be, but that's okay because, no. This interfacing is fairly inexpensive, so what I prefer to do is cut in squares. So I like to keep it fairly straight. Okay. It's just so much more satisfying this way. So then I can attach my 809 to the front piece of the card slots. No, not card slots, zipper pocket. Shout out to the admins today for keeping us safe. You're the real MVPs. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. 809 can be tricky to fuse, but you don't want to fuse it too long or it'll burn. It's kind of crazy to think about how much I used to rely on this stuff. Okay. I think that's all I can use this for. If you're using a thinner fabric, then you may want to interface your zipper lining as well. So like if your exterior fabrics for the center panel are a little too thin, you may want to interface the lining. Charlie, I believe you are correct. 808 and 809 are the same thing, but I like 809, which is Decor Bond because it's twice the width. Twice the width, twice as fun. I don't know. Please don't ask. Please just never ask. All right. So I like to cut out my card slots as a large 16 by 16 inch piece. Is that biodegradable fabric? I don't know how to answer that. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, 16. 16. All right, so here's our card slots. And then, and now save that for marking all my card slots, but I like to use my 8.5 by 8.5 inch ruler for the rest of it because it's just so much easier. 8 by 7.5. And then keep in mind that you cut this to 16 wide, so use that to your advantage. So there's my other zip piece, and now I need to cut my card slot backing, which is going to be 8 by 8.5. So it's the 8 by 8.5. So that's why I love using this ruler, because you barely even have to think about it. It just is what it is. Yeah, and if you guys ever click the arrow in my videos, it'll include a ton of links to different places. If you go to moreamino.com, a few of my favorite things, that link will have a bunch of info. This cutting mat is just purchased from Amazon. Alright, so I'm going to grab my black fabric that I use for card slots, and I just like to use a broadcloth. It's really, really cheap. It's thin, it's got a little bit of polyester in it, so it's less likely to wrinkle. And then again, you cut that to 16, and then just kind of hold on to the extra pieces. No! It's fine. It didn't break. Which is good. And then I'll fuse it all together. What do you get? Bippity boppity boo. So I actually bought just full bolts of the black broadcloth from Joann's, because again it's like $3 a yard, and I think it works great. Alright, so I'm going to start by fusing my large 16 by 16 card slots. Make sure shiny side is facing down. that's everything I need for the NCW. That's interfaced. That's interfaced. This can go back on the shelf. The white interfacing and the black interfacing, I'm not quite sure. Oh, one is white, one is black. Other than that, I don't know. I don't use it. Okay, so there's my card slots, and I'll measure out those in a second. No, I'm sorry. I know answers like that are like, wow, thanks so much, Captain Obvious. You're the best. Okay. So I can kind of use the heat that's already in my heat press to help lay out those wrinkly bits of my Decaville and fabric, but I'll let that fuse. Okay. And then, so I'm not going to tell you the measurements of the card slots because that's in the pattern, but I'll just kind of show you. Alright. Done with the heat press, yay! So I can actually fold this and put it with my template pieces because I know that's all I use it for. And another thing I like about the broadcloth is you can just drag your scissors along it sometimes too. Alright, so this is my other zip piece. So I like to clip all of these together. That's everything I need for the zipper. This is my card slot backing. And I've got this centered up. And I only have this memorized because I've made hundreds of NCWs at this point. So I just use a ballpoint pen to trace along. I know some people like to use fold method and whatnot, but I don't find I need that. And just again with that line, you want to put your ruler over the ballpoint pen line. You don't want to trace under it. You want to trace on it. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So there's my fold lines, and you start going under or over, right sides together, wrong sides together, right sides together, wrong sides together. Okay, and then I'm at the end, and I can use my heat press to press it so these card slots stay, for the most part anyway. I don't need any heat. I don't need it to be on, it's already hot. And that'll just help keep those creases for me. And then you can do this when you're done sewing it, but I like to do it while I'm here. It's basically just 1 inch below that bottom fold. You're trimming off like 1/2 inch from the card slots. And I like to just do that while I'm there. And then you can mark out your centers as well, which is 4. Yeah, 4 inches. So 4 inches from the outside, 4 inches from that line, 4 inches from that line. So there you have, this is your card slot center, and this piece here is when you're going to cut these apart. And that's it for that. I'm not going to do this last bag because I want to get off now. I'm done being on the internet. But yeah. So then we'll top stitch along there, top stitch, and it's done. And then this gets sewn to it. I've got NCW tutorials you can watch. Or other people do too. Tons of people do. Okay. The internet is crazy today, I know, right? It's crazy out here. Oh. Alright, do you guys have any questions before I go? Oh. First question. How do I change this? There we go. I got it. Nailed it. Yeah, of course. Hey, how are you? I'm good, Vita. How are you? Oh, I'm a little hot from the heat press. There's that. Oh. How long before your hair is not pink? I know, I'm kind of curious. I have been putting a little bit of like overtone in it and stuff here and there. But yeah, otherwise I haven't really done much to it. I'm curious to when it'll be blonde as well. Order the vinyl. Yes. So how do you ship your handbag hardware to Germany? We ship it in bubble mailers, but it does cost a lot of money, which stinks. But we do ship internationally, and if you ever want to quote, I know I need to set something up that says like shipping calculator. You can actually add things to your cart, enter your shipping information before checking out, and it'll give you how much it'll be. Rainbow Thread Sunny Sewing Machines. How's the rainbow thread? Yeah, we've got a lot going on, but I've been doing this for several years, so I just kind of buy supplies when I have the money for supplies. So we've got all of the interfacing, like the foam I bought from Overstock. It was a really good deal. It was like $25 a bolt. This is all custom fabrics that I need to do something with for myself. And then we've got vinyl, waterproof canvas. This is fabric that is for sale here. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So I do have fabric on my website you guys can purchase. I don't have vinyl, but there's other places to get great vinyl. But yeah, I think that's, pray for my bank account, yeah. I think that's it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me for so long while I cut and interfaced Emily's and NCW's. Is that really all I did? There's so much more. I have a Brooklyn, several backpacks, several Mighty Messenger bags, Davina, totes. I can do it. This is fine. But yeah, sewing takes a long time. Good thing it's fun. Absolutely. Yep, I'm gonna order Thankful Tuesday. Nobody order the light blue marine. It can't sell out. I need it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.